Welcome, welcome, welcome to Not Bound Homestead. All right, so super excited because we're actually finally getting this hoop house in. So as some of you know, it's been a long several months for me, so I'm really behind on everything. So I did do a video a few weeks ago about how to make this raised bed. Now, it's really simple. So what we did was we did two high, and so this is a 6 by 2. So this is 12 high, 12 inches high, and we did 10-foot long, and that's actually 10 foot, and then it's connected, and so it's another 10 foot. So this is 20 foot long, and then we took one board and we cut it in half to give us 5 foot. And we bought these like concrete connectors here. These are so easy. Like, this made it so easy to do. We connected that, and we put in rebar to kind of hold it together, and then we filled it up. I did mushroom compost, and I did peat moss. Mixed that in with some, I believe it was Veralite, to kind of help keep it nice and like loomy, sandy type of soil, so it's not too compacted. And so here's my garlic, and I was able to put my garlic in here, get the seeds going, and then I put over some hay. So you want to put hay, you can do leaves if you wanted to do that, just something to kind of keep it. As I don't know if anything's growing yet, so it hasn't been too long since we planted it. So I know I'd seen some recently. A couple days ago we started seeing some of them grow. And then these here, I take like my leftover, we talk about gardening scraps. This is some of our scraps. We cut these onions. You get green onions, usually you can get like a bunch for like 50 cents to $1, give or take, depending, organic and in season and things like that. And so we just planted them along here, and they're growing, and that's have some other things that's growing down there. So that's how we built the bed. And then what we did was to make our hoop house, and this was pretty inexpensive compared to some hoop houses. I looked for some that was like already built and made, and it was really quite expensive actually. So we went to Lowe's. That's our local market, or local hardware store, and we bought the pipes. And so we bought these. This is a 1/2 inch, and these are 10 foot long, and we bought these, and they're connected into a rebar. This one's like really on there. I don't know. There it is. It's connected to a rebar like this. All right, and so then you just connect it all the way over onto the other side, and that's going to give you that nice shape. So from there, I decided I was going to add a little extra strength to this. We live in a pretty windy area, and I really wanted to be sure that we had some support for this. So we used zip ties and did another long, this is another 10 foot across. So this was something I just decided to add extra, just to kind of give it a little bit more support. From there, we also went to the same store, and we bought 6 mil clear Super Duty plastic barrier. So I think this is about $50 for the 10 foot by 100 foot. I decided to go with the 10 foot because we have 10 foot long pipes, so that's going to cover it. And then 100 foot because, I mean, you always need extra, right? So but anytime I just extra, it was cheaper to buy 100 foot because it was going to be the same price if I did 2 25 foots at the store. So be sure you get clear. They do come in black, so I made that mistake by accident. I wasn't feeling good and I asked somebody to help me, and they handed me black, and I didn't realize it until we got home, but luckily we were able to exchange that out with no problem. We measured it, so you want to go as long as possible, and then however long it is. So take it and measure it out lengthwise, and then cut it, but give yourself some extra just in case. And then we bought these. I bought these on Amazon, and I will share that link, or that not that link. I'll share that link. And then we bought these snap clamps. So I bought 1/2 inch, so this fits for a 1/2 inch pipe. And this is actually pretty strong because we've already tested it out, and I was pulling on it, the plastic, and it was really staying and sticking. So that's awesome. So once we get it all together, we are going to just take it and we'll just snap it on. So I bought 5. We're going to be able to do 5 clamps per pipe. So I decided to do for each of my 10-foot boards, we did 4 pipes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was $8. The rebar was like another $1. So you have to buy 2 rebarbs per pipe. So that was 1, 2, 3. So we had 4 pipes. That's $8. Another 8. That's $16. And then with, I don't remember exactly how much the clamps were. Actually, do I have the paper? Let's see. It says for 80 clamps. Let's see, for 80 clamps, it was $43. So whatever that is. And then the plastic clear wrap. So I would say you're probably looking at maybe $20 per 10-foot board, just depending on how much everything is, where you're at, and the materials on hand and things like that. So just to give you an idea of price, I will definitely sit down and try to calculate it. As some of you know, I don't do well with numbers. I have the dyscalculic, so numbers are my kryptonite. And that's why I like to do this salad garden mix bed. And so I'll definitely share that, because that has definitely been one of my go-to gardening techniques I have used for many, many years. I will share that with you guys. All right, here is the final completed project. So this has been on there for a couple of days. Wanted to try it out, and this is kind of what we have. The the kids didn't put it all the way back on, but as you can see, because we're going to lift it up anyway, we have one here. So we ended up not needing to do 5. You can definitely do 5, and I will probably do that when it's really windy. However, you can do, we did one down on the bottom, towards the bottom, and then we did one, some of them on top here on this bar, that protective bar that I said I wanted to add just for extra strength. It actually worked out really nicely, because that actually eliminated quite a bit. So you don't even need 5 per pipe. You could probably, if you don't live anywhere that's too windy, you could probably get away with, maybe 2, 3 per bar. I'm still going to do the 5 just because, like I said, sometimes it gets really, really windy where we live. And so keeping it down close to the bottom is where I had originally had it. And so you could watch, it pops off. It's pretty tight. One thing that we did notice was that when we were putting this on, so it does tighten it. Once you start, it tightens up the plastic better. So that's really awesome. And then we took this off yesterday and let it air out. It worked out really well. I watered it really well yesterday as well. And then also one thing that we did down here, because we didn't want to staple it because we are taking it on and off and it could rip the plastic. Plus, I would like to use this in the future. So we did take it and was kind of like tucking it under like this. We took a flathead screwdriver and kind of tucked it in. And then we put this board. So that was just on the ends because of the way that we did it. You could do the pipes closer out. So if you wanted to, you could probably get away with putting like the pipe here, and that might give you a really, adding another PVC pipe here, and that might give you a little bit extra strength. But this worked out really nicely for us. And over here, we did have some pipes out on the end, but we still needed to have some board down. And so we're just going to pop this off again today. And like I said, it's really easy, but they're pretty strong for the most part. Like, they stay on. And then I watered it. Let's see. And you can see I still have some things growing. So it is December where I'm at. But again, we're just really hoping to get some of those frost, cold weather crops growing. So this is Japanese radish. So this is daikon radish. We have pusha radish over there. Over here, I think my daughter accidentally dropped these seeds. So these are spinaches. And so when this happened, what I will do is see how they're really close to each other. I'm just going to go down and get the root as close as I can because I don't want to damage it. And I'm just going to take it, and then we're just going to move it over here. So my daughter accidentally dropped a bunch of seeds, so I don't want to ever waste anything. So I garden without gloves. That's why my nails are always dirty. So if you see videos of my nails dirty, it's because I was in the garden and I have to scrub them. But you could just take it, loosely break it up. Make sure it's nice and damp, because if it's too dry, it doesn't break up as easy. And so I'm just going to love it. Just massage the ends here just so that I could get the roots. And as you can see, I've got some roots. So improv, learning about how to separate this. And now this is a really good thing to do if you do the salad bowl gardening technique, because this could happen in your salad bowl garden, because you're just throwing seeds out, and so some seeds you don't know it's going to sprout. You don't know if it's too close, but we definitely do not want this beautiful spinach to go to waste. So I'm going to work on this in a moment. Maybe I'll finish the video and just kind of put that back together. Okay, so some spinach over there. And there was a couple of other things that popped up. Let's see. Now, I am like really, really late to the game. Of course, many of you know, because just been battling, not feeling well. So we have a little guy over there. Now this is cabbage. We have a couple of cabbages coming up here. Cabbages take a long time, especially in the winter. Over here we have a little guy coming up over here. Love these little, I think this might be a kale. Nope, it's another cabbage. So then I have my regrowing celery over there. So yeah, I've got some more cabbages. So it's really nicely coming up. And of course I have my reusable green onions over there. So hopefully we'll start seeing some more popping up, especially with this on. And I've got some turnips. Oh, look at that, turnips. All right, so not too shabby for being in the December. Oh, got a cabbage, little guy cabbage. Not too bad for being December, being late to the game. these guys have already been frozen because I didn't have this up going yet. So I don't believe all hope is lost if you have if you're kind of late to the game. And then, excuse me, my allergies are so bad. And then we have our blueberries, beautiful blueberry bushes here, and I topped it off with hay. And so, all right, guys, that was beautiful sun. That was just a little information about our garden, our raised garden bed, and I hope this tutorial helped you. I hope you're able to grow and learn a little bit more. All right, guys, bye.